Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a while since I've done a reaction video. Actually, last time was the edit competition. I'm working on it right now, but might be after I also finish my course because I decided to like it's gonna have effects like smoke, characters' powers and stuff. So I need to make it first and put it into the Gacha video and then I can upload it. So for now, I'm gonna do a video reaction about two of my gacha videos, and the rest is gonna be video about what I have been making during my course here in Singapore. Okay, so the first video is the warrior in Crystal's name clip, Melody Slice. So if you don't know who Melody is, she basically is like Lorumi, Light and Rumi's youngest daughter, but not their daughter at the same time. And well, you're gonna have to see it for yourself. Okay, so let's get to reacting. So starting off here is Rumi and Melody in the palace library, and Melody seems to be holding a book. Not sure what it is. Let's see. Oh, the music. What did you do? You're trying to find your favorite storybook. Is this his diary? Okay. But one thing I need to say for this part, I think I should definitely try to improve picking music for videos. I feel like the music for this one is, I don't know, something just doesn't feel really right. Okay, let's continue on. You better not read it. You did! Oh, what's going on here now? What is she getting? Okay, just quick explanation. If you don't know this place, it's actually Melody's bedroom. It's actually just from Google, and I just added the green, the yellow, gold, and in this part here, small pearls. I'm not even sure if you can tell those are pearls anymore. But I think going forward, I can try to make my own background using like many assets, bedroom, bed, wardrobe, mirror, desk. Not sure what you call that actually. Just desk with mirror. Yeah, I can definitely try to make it myself or find the assets. So it will be better quality than this. At least you can pretty much tell more clearly like which is where, which is what. Okay, so moving on. Page on his diary. What? What's going on here? Why is there a sword? That trap over there. Okay, since this is a clip, so pretty much everything is like time skip. So I'm just gonna explain real quick what actually happened before this, or what it's actually about. So basically, how do I explain it? I'm not really good at words I use or just explaining things, so I'm not really sure how to really do this. But pretty much Melody is, yeah, spoiler, Melody is actually the Heartless King's daughter, and she is pretty much trying to get Crystal to like get out of the palace, like be away from her family, so the Heartless can take her heart. And this is the plan she could think of. Just get Crystal's parents to hate her. Yeah, I need to work on it. Definitely need to work on how I pretty much explain things. I'm also in my course when I like go to jobs and interviews. Definitely going to need to explain a lot, and I definitely need to improve this kind of thing. How I talk, the words I use. Yeah, it's those. Okay, move on. Hopefully, as I go to this video, at least at the end, there will be some improvement. Really hope so. Okay, so that was the first clip. If you want to watch the full video, you can just click this link right here, and it will take you to the full video. Yeah, I need to work on that as well. Stop having like pause in each of my sentence. Definitely need to work on that. Yeah, and I know this 3 hours long. I promise I didn't do that on purpose. It actually could have been shorter, but at the same time could be too fast, and I feel like the story would be like too boring. So I just try to make it better. It turns out to be longer. Yeah, I could have made it shorter, but I decided to make it longer so the story can actually be really good. Okay, moving on. This is the next clip. Not really the next clip, it's another clip actually. I only chose 2. So this is the Heartless plan. So this place, yeah, you can pretty much say I found most of my backgrounds on Google and then just edit the colors a little bit. I think I added the purple, I'm not really sure, but you see this sparkling thing, that's definitely me. Yeah, I'm not pretty sure if I added anything else. I don't really remember. Not really that long actually, but kind of long. So these two, this is the Heartless King, and this is actually Melody's older brother, Brad. Actually, Melody is not even a real name. Actually, it's just the name Lord and Harumi gave her. But her actual name is actually Malusha. So, yeah, it's okay. Let's get to reacting. And about the music I used before, it gave me more of this kind of vibe actually. So I think I did really good for choosing the soundtrack for this part, but the last, I feel like I could have done better in choosing the soundtracks. I might try to, I can't really promise anything, but I might try to make my own soundtrack if I can. I'm not that really good at music actually. So yeah, not really sure what gonna be doing a lot in the future. I definitely have plans what I want to do in the future, but like a complete plan about everything, like until like the music, until like pretty much everything, still not really fixed yet, not really finalized. Okay, so yeah, hello little sis, definitely Malusha right here, Malusha's older brother. Okay, I know mostly I Miss You Too is the 2 like as well, like double O, but this I use 2, actually the meaning 2, it's like referring to these 2. So I Miss You Too, I Miss You Too Dad and brother. So I just miss you. I just said miss you too. Like really too. I didn't do any typo, I promise. Okay. There I used the double O too. Okay. Okay. So pretty much here, toddlers can also shapeshift. I think I forgot. Can hearts actually shapeshift? I think I asked my friend from my old school once, but I kind of forgot. He knows Kingdom Hearts more than me. I pretty much just watched the cutscenes and yeah, just those. But he definitely knows a lot more about Kingdom Hearts than I do. Actually, you two, when I do videos, you usually help me with the videos as well about what could be more interesting and like about the characters. Something about Kingdom Hearts, I asked him too. Okay, so I noticed how I changed the subtitles colors there, even though it's actually the same character. It basically also means that the character changed voice to like, so no one will know that he is a heartless. Actually, Crystal won't even know because she doesn't remember the heartless at all. In this video, this clip came from. But just to be cautious as well. And you know, when you make plans, you need to be smart about it, right? So they're definitely being smart about it by changing their voice as well. So I think, like, imagine the heartless voice really deep, and then the character looks like this. I mean, it's not really a bad thing. It can happen, but in this case, it might not be that really good. It might be suspicious and stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, forget that I use subtitles. Imagine if I actually put real voices here. Like when changing characters, you will want to see the character also change voice as they change form. That will make the story more interesting. So I changed the subtitles color instead since I don't use voiceover. I'm not really good at it. But I might try in the future. Hopefully I can. Because in the future I'm not really sure about the future of using gacha actually. I might, but I also might not. But the chance of me using gacha, making videos, maybe like full videos gacha, it's, yeah, I can't really see that happening in the future. Okay, let's move on. Go visit the little princess. Wonder who it could be. Okay, so we're moving on to another place in the story. This is the kingdom of Azalea. Actually, I just searched like a flower name because I want to like have kingdom named after a flower because I love flowers so much. And I tried to just pretty much search in Google like perfect flower name for a kingdom. And Azalea was one of them, so I decided to choose Azalea. And I tried to match with the flower with the queen, the pink colors. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. I need to go to class soon. I mean, I gotta have lunch and go to class soon, so I better like hurry this up. Yeah, in case you also forget, this is actually Brad right here, not Prince Eric. Okay? It's Brad, not Eric. I feel like I could have done that subtitle, that sentence a bit shorter. It might be too long, especially for videos that only use subtitles instead of like voiceover, like voice acting and stuff. Yeah, not really good with words either. I definitely need to work on that. I feel like there's a shorter sentence for this, but yeah, I'm not really good at choosing words. Crystal is actually 16 now, and 2 years later she's gonna be 18, and then she'll have like the wedding thing. I mean, she got the proposal thing when she's 16. She doesn't want to rush anything, and the Azalea Royals don't want to rush anything either. They want Crystal to make her own choice. So Crystal just decided she's just gonna do the wedding at 18. Try to get to know Prince Eric a little better. Yeah, so she decided to just do the marriage 2 years later. And in other words, like in Nijago's side as well, in Light and Harumi's side, Crystal has been gone for 2 years. They've been trying to find her, but they didn't know Crystal was in the Azalea Kingdom, so they couldn't find her until. You're gonna have to watch the full movie to know that. I can't give a lot of spoilers. I feel like I've given a lot already. Okay, let's move on. I feel like I could have done better with that timing as well. Like, I mean, the knocking as well. You see that knocking, and then Crystal she just looks at the door for like a few seconds, and then she said, "Come in." I feel like could have like made that timing between the knocking and the come in shorter. Kind of, I think I made Crystal like sort of loading. Who could be knocking on my door right now? I mean, that's common, but like, how do you explain it? Like, still not really sure. Is it the guards? Is it the Azalea Royals? Like, a little too hesitant. I feel like I should have done that. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I could have done better with the timing. Okay, so Catherine is Crystal's other name because when she arrived at the Azalea Kingdom, she doesn't have her necklace. The necklace is actually the source of her memories. So she doesn't have it right now. So she doesn't even remember her own name. So it was actually the Azalea King right here idea to name Crystal Catherine. So yeah. I feel like I said oh yeah a lot because I'm not really good with my choice of words. Sometimes I don't even really know what I should be saying. So yeah, I definitely need to work on that. I gotta work on a lot of things actually. And words definitely one of them. Okay, Crystal's actually doing a curtsy right here. Except in Gacha, you have the poses. Like this is the closest one I can find close to a curtsy. I just yeah. But I'm planning to like make 3D videos now. So the animation will be different in Gacha. In it's actually just like screenshot, and then combine. And then the small animation just moving the characters like left, right, wherever. But in like 3D, what I'm learning here right now, will have like more. I have more like more free to make whatever poses I want and what I need. So like doing curtsy, for example, I can actually make the characters do a curtsy. Like it will actually look like a curtsy. So yeah, that kind of also explains about future about like my future of using gacha. Still not sure. I mean, making photos as well. I can just use 3D characters. But maybe gacha, I'm still not sure. But I think I'm still planning to use gacha because I still can't let it go. Been making gacha almost my whole life now. So for gacha, I'm not really sure. Maybe I can just use it as a reference when animating. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Okay, moving on. Pretty much the one you can tell is only from like the prince. You'll actually know that he's actually bowing because it's more obvious. But the curtsy, yeah, I think some people can tell, but some might not because yeah, it's pretty much the poses that's provided in Gacha Club. So yeah, and again I said it. Okay, so the next video is about what I've learned in while while I'm learning in Singapore. So there's actually 3 terms. I'm gonna explain which one is from which terms. Okay. So this is from the first term. Actually, the very first assignment that I got, it's actually to make a snowman, but I wanted mine to be unique, so I decided to make a wolf snowman because I thought it would be really cute, and I love wolves. So yeah, these are actually the trees. I tried to make it look like it has snow, but I used like I think I used a ramp material. But gone so far, I think I should be know how to make snow by now. I can just watch tutorials as well. At least I can understand about I can understand the tutorials more that I've already learned here. Yeah. Anyway. Actually, there's also a better way to record this, but I didn't know it back then. Instead of just recording with video editing software and just move cursor like that, you can actually just add a camera and then move the camera around, do keyframe on the either translate or rotate, and then just export it. It's called Playpass. I could have actually done that, but unfortunately I didn't know it back then. So yeah, this is pretty much what I got right now. I think I might try to actually add camera in the file and then do a playback so it can be better, but I'm not really sure. I might need to look for the file as well. I think I forgot how I added this big circle thing. I don't even know how it happened. I added 2 trees. One is big and one is small. And the wolf right here, this is the scarf. Yeah, I definitely need just use the camera instead of this. I think I wanted to focus on the eyes for this, but I accidentally like focus on another thing. On another object thing. Yeah, his right here is actually the scarf. I want to pretend that there's a wind, and then the edge starts like flying here. And actually, I made the head from sphere, and then just selected the faces, vertex, and what is it? The edges. I feel like I could have done better on the tail. Actually, I wanted to make it like white and then the edges red. You know, like Akira. But I couldn't really do it yet. So I just decided to go with this. I'm not really sure how I get this kind of thing going on here. Actually, I feel like I could have just used a sphere and then just pull it, vertex, 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 faces, edges. But I don't know why I did something and it turned out like this. Okay, and here, the next one is from animation. It's a run cycle, and I decided to use man running in jungle. And just, yeah, it's actually inspired from, in jungle there's like the primeval, and in jungle there's primeval eye. I pretty much got inspired by that, like run in nature, in forest, jungle. So I tried to use it for my run cycle. Let me loop this, and there's the fast running, and then like in movies, videos, there's like from the legs, and then zoom out the whole character, showing them running, and then it stops somewhere, and then the character ran out of the screen. Yeah, I decided to do that. Although I'm not really sure if I did pretty well for the run cycle animation. I still feel like I could have done better. Yeah, when you watch it, you get that kind of feeling like, I mean, going back forward it's okay, but suddenly there's like just sharply snap to another. Yeah, like that kind of feeling. Yeah, I feel like I could have done better with it. And this is actually just a grid, and I just added like image over it, and then behind this like leaves, vines thing. This vine parts, trees, actually it's a real asset, but this part right here, this, and then some of you see over here, that's actually just a grid and an image. Yeah, you can kind of see the line. You can kind of see the line also over here. It's pretty obvious. I could have actually tried to match the image, match with the image, or at least the image can match the ground over here. You can kind of see a little line here actually. Like you see over here, there's a line over there. Yeah. Okay, just move on to next. Okay, before that was the term 1 projects. Now is actually this next one is actually term 2 and 3, but it's finished during the start of term 3. So it's actually a car, and Maya use standard surface. So it's a combining from Maya and Houdini. In Maya, we did the materials for the car, and then we export the car and the camera along with the movement to Houdini, so you can have like a force map. So you can see there's actually a line here. Like without the car, you'll see a black here shaping the shape matching the car. So that's why it needs to be imported to Houdini and then exporting the dust and the other simulation. music. I think I might just mute this for now. Okay, this is more obvious. Like in Fire, this is also in Houdini. The car with the material is in Maya. But in Houdini, we also use the car and the camera, the same car and camera, except just no materials. And exporting the car is actually using Arnold in Maya. And then the fire, the dust, and later there will be fog as well, imported with mantra in Houdini, with car as the force mat. And actually this is not just fire. The other reason the car needs to be in Houdini as well is to have this kind of effect. So it looks like there's fire reflection in the car. And then there's the drop. The car drop. There's also this is actually environment light. And then there's a grid. And I don't know why, I feel like I could have done better with this. Like the background and the car with the grid thing doesn't really look like in sync with each other. Like the background looked like it moved faster than the car. Not really sure, or it's just my eye, but that's kind of the feeling that I got. The environment is moving faster than the car. Okay, next up is the fog. There's also a force mat here, actually. The car and the car turntable made it into a loop with just a single camera movement. So in reality, actually, the camera only moves around the car once. It actually just moved once. And then just made it into a loop. Just, you know, when you like do replay or when you edit in a video editing software, you have that one shot and then you duplicate the shot, add it to the next part and made it into a loop. Okay, this is the one with just the ground. This looks better than with the environment actually. There's nothing really off about it. Or if there is, it's not really quite obvious. But it's not for me though. Okay, so in term 2, we actually did individual project and I decided to actually this is also my lecturer's idea actually. I wanted to do a different thing, but I think I was like a little far off. It was supposed to be just VFX, just making simulations, maybe with animation, but only a little bit. But the idea that I got was like making a whole many fighting scenes, many fighting shots. It can take a long time, and the only time we had was only 4 months, so definitely wouldn't be able to finish that fast. So just decided to make a waterfall simulation instead. With the statue, everything is, I can promise you everything is asset. But this separate asset and the rocks separate, statues also separate, rocks, trees. There's gonna be a breakdown video after this and I can explain more about it later. But for now, I'm just gonna turn on the music as well. Yeah, the water, small water here is actually also separate. And this part right here, you know, in waterfall, you always see like a smoke thing going on at the end of the waterfall. But I decided to do that in Nope, like in comp. I just use noise and just do roto. Because didn't really have enough time. I was stuck on the waterfall simulation for months. Okay, grand finale, the waterfall breakdown. So if not don't know what breakdown is, it's pretty much shows the process of the simulation, the shot. Well, not every part of the shot, not until like adding notes and stuff. Just like the parts added to the comp. So it's about waterfall. Mine is waterfall. First, starting off with the waterfall. Actually, this each part is gonna go fast to make the breakdown like not too long, just to make it short. So pretty much just process. So this is the water, and I did a bit enhancement on the waterfall as well. The color correct, and this is actually the rotor right here. Actually, it's a mask. I didn't really need to like make the shape of the statue actually. And this is for the white water. Actually, there is a way to make white water. It's in Houdini, but I was I didn't have enough time, so my lecturer and I just decided to use water particles from the actual water simulation and make it into the white water instead. So these are actually the particles. Okay, and this is the part for the shot. I'm just gonna explain these three first because terrain is covered with my webcam. So this is the waterfall, and this right here is the tool in Houdini that I use, the emit particle fluid. So this is actually the particles right here. Just added material to make it white. And these are the rocks. The rocks are actually separate. Like it's not this one whole rock is one object. It's actually separate object. I just put them together. And this is the statue that I use. And this is the terrain right here. But actually, I didn't use this water part right here. Because if I do use that part, it has happened before I move this part. So if I kept this, it will, what happened before, the water actually splashed on this part, which is what actually needed at first, but when it hits the statue, it just doesn't really look right anymore. Like it's too much. Doesn't really look that peaceful anymore. Like it's more like, what is it like? Water chaos. Yeah, so decided to just get rid of that part of the terrain. And you'll see how it looks like after this. So these are the parts, like the assembling of the assets and the water. So this is the water, the terrain, and then there's the statue, and then there's the rocks. And you can see that this part with the water material part is removed. So the water can just fall down instead of like flowing on the terrain's ground. And this right here is actually a cube as the source of the water. And this is the small water. Actually, there is a way to make small water, just more advanced than this. This one I just used a grid and then I added mountain node and then just turn on the animate option and then just give water material on it. And then 3 I just used a soft transform because I wasn't really ready to use vellum yet. I tried, but it didn't really work out. At least, like, there wasn't much time either. This is the water layer. This part kind of looks off, like the shape. But after that, you can't really notice in the shot. And this are the animated trees. I did enhancement on the color correct, the grade, and for the background here. So you notice how there's a small part here and then a small rock. That's actually another rock. It's not actually part of this rock. So in comp, you can do a lot of things. Just cover that one part and then just also cover this part of the rock. Like that part was never there. There was never anything wrong with the background. And then here's the statue. It actually looks pretty static. And then added like a noise and grain. So kind of the shadow movement also followed the background, the waterfall. And what you saw before is the assembly of the whole thing. Okay, just gonna start here. Statue, and then there's the trees. There are the trees and the waterfall. The rocks, bottom rocks. And then the background. You can kind of see the small rock here again. And the calm, it's all gone. It was never there. And then other enhancement as well to make it more so the audience can actually get the real feeling of the shot. Okay, you guys ready for the final output? Here it is. Okay, so that's pretty much all for the reaction video. Actually, the reason I wanted to do this reaction video because last time I need to work on my confidence more. You can kind of see throughout the video I was having trouble talking, using the words. And I definitely need to work on that, so I think this could be good practice. Hopefully this will help. And actually last time I was vlogging was last February when I went to Avatar for my birthday. That was the last time, and I didn't vlog for a long time, so I think my confidence is kind of going down as time goes by. Actually after my birthday, sometime after I actually got sick, so I couldn't really record or anything. And then next I was busy with my project, and even if I go out sometimes I can't really find like a good thing to vlog, so I kind of hardly ever vlog now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this reaction video, and hopefully this will help my confidence to go up. Yeah, I better go to class soon. I better eat lunch and go to class to work on a project. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And don't worry about the edit competition video. I promise you I am working on that, but I need to work on the effects as well. There's going to be a lot of effects being added to it, so I can't really promise when it'll come out. I know it's been a year, and I hate to keep you guys waiting, but I want to make gacha videos better as well. And using the effect will make it more realistic, and will actually get the real feeling instead of usually I just made it in Ibis Paint and it just picks on and then just add it to the video. But this time I can actually make the effect do what I really wanted to do for the shot, for the scene. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye!